Welcome back. We can start voting today for the next governor of Arizona, which means the time in office is almost up for our current governor, Doug Ducey. And think about it. He's had an eventful 8 years, from dealing with the aftermath of the Great Recession to Red for Ed, from COVID to Black Lives Matter. So there's a lot to talk about. I was granted exclusive access to the governor on a road trip to Tucson, a perfect opportunity for a sort of exit interview.
Hi, Troy.
Good to see you, Governor.
All right, good to see you.
Our busy day begins at 9:30 in the DPS hangar at Sky Harbor Airport. We jump on a state plane and head for southern Arizona. The governor points out it's his 100th trip to the Tucson area since he took office. On the ground in Tucson, our ride is waiting, and the governor's communications director gives him a briefing on our first stop.
You'll give your remarks from a mic that's handheld. There will be 5 more speakers, then the ribbon cutting, and then the tour.
Okay, super. Thank you.
This is a company called Too Simple.
Thank you again for joining us to mark the expansion of our Arizona operation.
It's a high-tech operation building autonomous trucks that will move freight without drivers across our state and our country. A look inside the cab of one, the ribbon is cut, and the governor then gets a tour.
Let me show you one of the boards, for instance, what you're seeing.
Hi, how are you? Good to see you. I'm Ducey. Nice to see you. Thank you for allowing me to interrupt your workday.
So what we're doing here is, a lot of the technology that we need isn't off the shelf. It's just not available. So what we do here is we design our own electronic hardware to do the functions that we need that we just can't buy anywhere else.
Feel good, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Things like this?
Yeah. And, this is 8 years in the making, this kind of thing, these kind of high-tech, high-paying jobs. And I still think there's a lot of education that's necessary so people understand that this will create jobs and not just replace some jobs. Hi, guys. How are you?
Nice to meet you.
Good to see you.
The tour is a quick one. The governor ducks into a side room for a change into a suit and then back on the road, heading to our next stop. We are keeping a fast pace. Are you going to miss this kind of stuff?
I've loved this job, and I especially enjoy these kinds of things that we worked hard on early, and now we see it coming to life. I think it's one of the great things about this job. Every day's an adventure, and there is no routine. You're getting just a taste of it today, but this is what I've been able to do nearly every day for the last 8 years.
This is a business roundtable, Tucson Electric Power. The governor getting briefed from leaders from different counties on their needs and concerns, and he gets a good response. This stop barely lasts an hour, and then back to the vehicles.
Good to see you, Bert. Yeah, thank you. Hi, Jim. How are you? Great to see you. You too.
In our last stop, the Lopez Center of Opportunity, an organization addressing homelessness and substance abuse. The governor says it should be a model for centers statewide. And it's here the governor takes a minute to reflect on the past 8 years. One of the things he's most proud of, creating jobs here in Arizona.
Look at the economy. It's been transformed. Not that long ago, it was just about construction and call centers, and those are great jobs. There's dignity in every job. But today, you were able to visit Too Simple and hear about Taiwan Semiconductor and the other high-tech, high-paying jobs. There's a job available for everybody in our state that wants to work.
He also admits being governor was sometimes tough on his family.
I've enjoyed the fray. I don't think there's any substitute for being in the arena. It does take a toll on your family. My wife doesn't like politics. Thank goodness she still likes me. We'll be celebrating our 32nd anniversary here on October 27th, and my boys have been great. I think they've been fully supportive the entire time. They've been probably my biggest cheerleaders.
And there were days he needed those cheerleaders, saying there were some parts of the job that kept him up at night. But he also said he has no regrets. So what's next for Doug Ducey? He's built a resume that he can lean on here in Arizona and possibly nationwide. He's still a young 58. So what's the next job?
So I'm going to take some time, and I'm going to be open-minded, but I'd like to find something with this kind of purpose and mission in whatever I do next, and I don't know what that is at this time.